Hey everyone, my name is Kristen Marie. I'm a licensed esthetician, an educator, mentor, a YouTuber, and a mom. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, and we are gonna be celebrating. We just hit 100,000 subscribers. I can't even believe it. 100,000 of you have clicked that subscribe button, and I'm so honored. I'm so thankful for every single one of you who has loved on me, supported me, and just know that I have continued to push forward for you, even if it's for one person. I hope that whatever brought you to me was to help you, to inspire you, motivate you, and show you that it is possible. And so in this video, I'm like getting a little emotional saying that. Anyways, I wanted to make this video not only to celebrate with you guys, but also to talk to those of you who are just getting started in this industry. Because in a weird way, I feel like even though I hit this milestone that I've been dreaming of for so long now, I still feel like I'm just getting started. I feel like there's still more people out there that I want to impact. Maybe you're one of those people who are in those beginning stages of discovering what an esthetician is, if you should become a solo esthetician. Maybe you're interested in exploring being a YouTuber or influencer. And so I just threw together, honestly, these tips today to just share with you my heart and where I'm at in this point in my journey, and just keeping it real and raw with you as always. And so even if this topic doesn't necessarily like strike a particular chord with you, maybe you don't relate to it, I would still encourage you to watch this video to the end. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it. I will insert a clip right here of the first time that me and my son actually was with me when I opened up this room for the first time. And yeah, so I'll put the clip in right here. Alright, so we're inside of the space. Obviously, it needs a lot of work. It's just literally an office. Yeah, got a lot of work to do, but I'm ready for it, and it's go time. Yeah, it's go time. And what's cool is I feel like they're super easy to take off, so if I wanted to switch it up at any point, I feel like I can. So as you can see, I'm like rushing around trying to get things set up. People are showing up. I want to give you guys a really good detailed tour of this room, so I hope you don't mind, but we're just going to be showing clips of the grand opening and people coming in and hanging out. You'll see the room, but I want to give you guys a specific count of what's in here. It might have seemed crazy to some people that I went and I took this leap of faith during this time, but I really feel like as a beauty entrepreneur and an esthetician that this is a time to rise up to the occasion versus back down. If you guys want to see the ins and outs of this room, then make sure you continue watching. Thank you so much for continuing to watch. I just honestly, I have to get up right now and just like literally go like this and just like dance around, because I am so happy, and I just honestly cannot believe it that yesterday I actually just got back from a trip this past week, and I had a feeling I was gonna hit 100K while I was taking a break. And so I had looked at my channel for the first time yesterday since I got back, and I saw that 100,000 number on my channel. And I remember when I first started, and I tell this story often to people who ask me and talk to me about this, that when I first started, gosh, technically about 6-7 years ago is when I started this channel. And I started dabbling into makeup first, into beauty stuff. Like, it was all over the place, I'll be honest. And then I had my son, actually started to do some videos that were mom related, about what to bring to the hospital, my birth story. So there's a bunch of different things I had tried before I had decided that I wanted to talk about skincare and esthetician related videos. And really truthfully, when I opened up this space here, was honestly just like a video diary for myself. I love watching transformation videos of interiors and the before and afters, and I was like, even if this doesn't go anywhere, I'm just gonna prop up the camera and record and document this journey. And that last video, the esthetician room tour video that I posted of the before and after of this room, is what started going viral. And ever since that happened, I was like, okay, there's something here. There's information that people want. There's knowledge that I have to share, and it just took off from there. But I remember in those beginning stages, I felt very fearful. I was scared. I was overly critical, and I still feel like, to an extent today, I still have some fears. I have some insecurities when it comes to like being on camera and sharing certain topics and being vulnerable and sharing my life on the internet. In the beginning, I remember my mom was like the only person that would comment on my videos. I remember the first comment I ever got from a stranger was a negative comment, and I was like, Mom, someone commented this, and she went immediately on the video like, I think it's wonderful. I had done a video about like my eyebrows or something like that, and someone had said something, and she's like, I think they look great. And so I think the first tip that I have for you is to obviously not let fear stop you from pursuing anything. You're gonna have fear and doubts at every step of this journey, whether it's being an esthetician, content creator, YouTuber. There's always fear. There's always an element of fear and being scared in the beginning, and just the unknown. You don't know if you're gonna mess up. You don't know if it's gonna work out. I'm telling you, even at this stage of my career and of my business, I still have fears of what's gonna happen and how am I gonna do this. And trust me, you're gonna have those thoughts and those worries, and what really will set you apart is just pushing past those fears, pushing past those doubts, and just saying, hey, you're acknowledging the thought, acknowledging the fear, but also just using that as fuel and as fire to keep you pushing forward. Because I promise you, listening to those fears and doubts won't get you anywhere. If I would have listened to those fears and doubts, I would not be here. This whole thing would be non-existent. I would have never reached 100,000 people. I would have never had an amazing employee that I've been working with, and hundreds of clients that I've been able to touch, and students, and all of, like, just thinking that one decision, if I would have listened to fear instead of pushing past it, I mean, it gives me the chills all over my body just thinking if I would have passed that opportunity, or if I would have let my fears get in the way. And so I encourage you that if you have that desire in you, it's there for a reason. It was planted in your heart for a reason. Yes, of course, money has a lot to do with what we do for our careers and what we pursue and what we put time and energy into. But aside from the money, because I'm telling you, money is not going to be the reason that'll keep you going. Trust me. It's a great perk at the end of the day, but it is not the sole reason why I have continued making content, why I have continued to do any of the things that I've been doing. It really truthfully has been the relationships that I've built, has been the impact I've been able to have in other people's lives and careers, and the compliments from clients about how I changed their skin, and the students I've mentored that said, wow, you made me want to become an esthetician. You made me want to take that leap of faith. It's those things that fuel me. And for whatever it is for you, you have to figure out what is that driving force for you. Because again, money will come regardless of what you do. I mean, there's tons and tons of careers out there, and you have to decide and pick something that you can continue to do for months and years on end. And for me to have been able to do this for almost 4 years now, you best believe I better be passionate about this, because it's a lot of work, it's a lot of dedication, it's a lot of sacrifices that are involved with being a solo esthetician, business owner, or content creator. And again, what makes it worth it is just the impact that it has, and also being able to have the time freedom in some certain ways. A lot of people ask me, how do you do it? How do you balance it? How do you, like, I don't know. I truthfully don't know, other than I have done this out of habit at this point. So my next tip would be, yes, you have the passion. Yes, you're ready to push past those fears, and you've got, everything set up now, and you're ready to go, right? But if you want to have impact, especially as a content creator, YouTuber, you have to, number one, have consistency, which means you're posting at least once a week, if not twice a week in the beginning stages, just to get your channel seen and monetized and all that. And of course, it's ever changing, because I feel like I'm even trying to figure out what the new algorithm is every year, and what, to do to boost my videos and all this and that. There's still so much learning involved. So number one, consistency. Number two is the content itself. Is it gonna be something searchable? Is it gonna be something that people want to know more about? I mean, obviously I have a vlog channel. I know there's other successful YouTubers out there that share their lifestyle, and it's just a kind of a show and tell video diary type of channel. But I've noticed that for those of us who kind of have to start from scratch, who don't really have that followers on Instagram, if you want to start purely from scratch, then you're going to have content that really grabs people's attention and has purpose behind it. And so I remember when I first started, I was looking up topics that people were searching and what would make sense for me to make a video on. And even to this day, I still use that same method in making sure that my videos make sense and that it's something that my audience wants to hear about. Of course, occasionally, we'll deviate away from the topics and share other things. I'll talk to you about life updates or do a facial or, whatever. But for the most part, I really try to keep my channel very niched and specific to what topics it is that I feel like my audience is interested in. Honestly, I have just kept that same rhythm. I remember I made a whole series about how to build a YouTube channel and reaching out your first 1,000 subscribers and 10,000 subscribers. It has been just a rinse and repeat at this point. I have just stayed consistent. I've stayed inspired. I've stayed real. And I've kept the content relevant as much as possible. It's an interesting thing once you hit this milestone of 100,000. I mean, I think it's just that number that a lot of content creators aspire to hit, because, I should be getting a plaque at some point soon, right? 100,000 people. I mean, if you think about it, that's like the size of a stadium of people. But I feel like I anticipated feeling a bit more ecstatic. I mean, yes, don't get me wrong. I am excited. I feel just elated that I hit that number. But I honestly thought that I would feel like I've made more of an impact at this point of my journey. And if anything, I'm kind of at a point right now where I'm like hungry for more. I don't feel like satisfied with reaching this milestone. And I have been in a place where I've been wondering, like, what's the next step? What's the next thing for me? What's the next thing for this channel, for my brand, for my business? I'm encouraging you that if you're just getting started and you're waiting to hit that 100,000 mark to invest in your business, into dreaming big, into being consistent, or, taking it seriously, then I'm sorry to say I don't think you're going to hit the 100K. Or even 1,000K, because you have to already believe that it's meant for you, that it's happening, that you're gonna move the way that you will move when you reach that milestone. And I think maybe that's why I don't feel this like burst of excitement or this burst of energy or motivation, because I've just been doing the damn thing from the beginning, as if I already had it, as if I already knew what was coming. Of course, having those doubts and fears mixes into that sometimes, but when you start something, you just gotta own it. You gotta believe it. You gotta full-heartedly, with your soul, mind, and spirit, believe that it's meant for you and that nothing can get in the way of it. And if you move with that in mind, I promise you, you will be able to accomplish whatever it is that you put your mind to. Take it a day at a time. Whatever you can do each day to move closer toward your goals, and you can say you did your very best, then pat yourself on the back. Give yourself some credit. Give yourself some love, some grace, because you are doing your best. And especially for those of you watching who are moms, who are single moms at that, man, my hat's off to you guys, because it is tough. I understand. I've talked to a lot of students who are mothers who are trying to balance a business and content, and I think coming into being an esthetician, I don't think you really anticipated the amount of work and other skills that you needed to have to be successful in this industry, that I think kind of have just come with us being in the social media era, and just having kind of a external pressure from media to present yourself a certain way, to have a website, to have a pop in Instagram, to have this, have that. I want to encourage you to not feel like you need to be a perfectionist. I started with what I had, and I'm even still in this time of my journey. There's so much more I want to do, but I'm just having to work with what I got, and sometimes that's good enough. And I realize that people who have been watching and supporting this channel, I'm sure you see my videos are not anything fancy. I don't have the best camera. I don't have the biggest treatment room. I don't have the fanciest machines. I don't have, there's a lot of things that I look at and I'm like, I'm not the best out there. I'm not doing it like maybe some of these other people who I feel like are up there, So you will still feel a sense of inadequacy sometimes, and I don't want you to put too much pressure on that. I think if you are being yourself and you're genuine and you're always learning and you're wanting to grow and you genuinely have passion for this industry and for what you do, I think people see that. And that's that energy that's not tangible. It's whatever it is that I'm sending you through this camera that you're able to feel. And just know that you're not ever going to have it all. You're not ever going to have everything lined up and perfect. And even those people that you see who seem like they have it all figured out, I promise you they don't. Because media is very interesting when it comes to how it depicts people's lives and what's going on the surface. And just know that I'm still going through real life things that I'm sure all of you guys are going through as well. And having 100,000 subscribers doesn't make your problems go away. It doesn't make it any easier to get clients. I'm still having to bust my butt trying to keep this business afloat, trying to keep clients coming in. And I have been working on more materials to share with you, but I'm in the trenches right now too with you, trust me. As cool as it is to hit certain milestones of followers, it does not mean that I'm not still having to grind with my actual business and clients and all of that and balance all of that. So I hope that makes sense. Basically what I'm saying is you just need to start, be consistent, give quality content, and always be willing to grow. That is seriously, you use that formula over and over and over and over and over again, you will grow, you will attract followers, you will attract clients, and you have to have faith. That is definitely a very key point to all of this, is to have faith. Whether you're religious or you believe in higher powers or whatever, I think everybody has a sense of faith, whether you're religious or not, because it requires faith a lot to do anything in this life, right? There's a lot of faith involved in what we do, especially as entrepreneurs, especially as content creators, solo estheticians. So wherever you're at in your journey, whether you're in the beginning stages, middle stages, or seasoned stages, having faith is key, being consistent is key, giving yourself that time to reflect and not feeling the external pressures from media and what everybody else is telling you. Like, really take the time to ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this what I want to do with my career for the rest of my life? And just know too that journey is going to change. I truthfully believe that my career right now is I'm an esthetician, I'm a YouTuber, but I do believe that in the next 10 years maybe that could totally change. Who knows? And I'm excited for that. So you have to kind of flip the script sometimes and be like, instead of being scared of the unknown, let's be excited for the unknown. Let's be excited for what could come from this phase of your life, from this phase of your career, because it could blossom into something that you may not have ever imagined. And I can tell you that every single part of my story, of my life, there's been many times where I was like, this makes no sense, or this sucks, or this is horrible, you know, and you wish your life was different. You wish you were a different person. You wish that this didn't happen. But every single time, maybe not in the moment, but every single time I've gone through something like that, it's made sense later. It's propelled me to something that I needed to be propelled toward, that I wouldn't have been propelled toward if I was just happy and comfortable and safe. So know that a lot of growth and a lot of great things happen in those moments of being uncomfortable, of the unknown, of pain, of hurt, of loneliness. Whew, getting the chills saying that, because I do feel like I've been in a period of that as well. Again, even though it looks like on the outside everything's great, everything's growing, I crave love. I crave having a partner. I crave spending more time with my son. I crave so many other things that I want to just happen right now, to build a skincare brand, to do this and that. But there's so many things that need to happen just naturally and organically for those things to occur. And so I'm in a season as well of just enjoying the time with myself, enjoying the time with my son, enjoying the present moment with all of you here watching this video who I truthfully didn't even know what the heck I was going to talk to you about today, and then now made a video about 20-something minutes long. So clearly I had some things to say. But anyways, I hope that it had a positive impact on you, that you can see my heart, that you can see that as amazing of a milestone this was to hit, we're just getting started, baby. I promise you. I love you so, so much. I hope you got some great notes from this video. Hit that subscribe button, like it, comment below where you're at in your journey and what point in this video hit home for you. I love you. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.